Seniors, you may be seated. Good evening and welcome. I'm Andrew Maddox, the proud principal of Jarrell High School. At this time, will the senior choir members come to the band area? I ask that you each stand as the Jarrell High School Senior Choir sings our national anthem under the direction of Miss Ashton Little.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick? Oh my God. Just take a deep breath in and out real quick before we start singing. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous march o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Choir members, thank you. Cody Dodson, will you please come forward to lead us in an invocation? Cody is the son of Jacob and Sandy Dodson. Cody will be attending Texas State University, and he will be majoring in business administration. You're good, man. Thank you. I'm very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you all for attending our graduation and celebrating this milestone with us. Please bow your heads and remove your hats. Heavenly Father, give grace and courage to our class as we have worked hard for this diploma. We thank you for protecting and guiding us to this point. All praise and glory to you. Inspire us graduates to put to good use all the knowledge, skills, and life lessons gained through our education. Most importantly, as we face unknown challenges moving on, help us to keep dear the greatest wisdom of all, that of knowing Jesus and the power of the cross. A chapter has closed and another eagerly awaits. Pave our road with opportunities and inspire us to live with hope in this incredible journey called life. Continue to bless us graduates with love, protection, mercy, strength, and wisdom. May we live passionately to honor and glorify your name. In Jesus' name, amen. Before I give the mic back, I think it's Be Real time.
That was probably the first time in which Cody's phone failed him. Graduates, you may be seated. Again, thank you, Cody. At this time, I request that you actually stand again. My apologies, but please remain standing. Everybody, please. I want to bring up something sentimental, something that's important to many of our hearts. This year, we lost two Cougars, Braden Bolyard and Jatron Tatum. As we move forward in this ceremony, we're including a place in the ceremony for these two classmates, who I know are with us in spirit. Would you please join with me in a moment of silence? Thank you. You may be seated. Graduation is a special event that recognizes the scholarly achievements and commensurates a passage in our lives. The teachers and administrators join family and friends who have worked and given of themselves to make the graduation ceremony a reality. We want to create a happy memory while maintaining a solemn moment tonight. These students have worked long and hard, and each student deserves the opportunity to be recognized by their family and friends. To maintain the formal academic tradition of the ceremony, we request the following. We ask that cell phones be silenced or turned off, and no noisemakers, so that each family may hear the name of their child being announced. When the ceremony concludes, we will ask that all stay seated until the graduates have moved to the south end of the field. Once all graduates have recessed to the track area, families may congratulate the graduate on their field through the field entrance gates for congratulations and pictures. We are looking to a formal evening that shows respect for our graduates and the education we offer at Jarrell High School. The ceremony should be one in which every graduate and spectator can take pride. I want to thank our school board for their support and guidance. These are volunteers elected to help govern our district, and we are grateful for their service to our district. Board members, would you please stand as I call your name? Board President Crystal Phelan. Board Vice President Jenny Arnold. Board Secretary Tamara Dozier. Trustee Bruce Epstein. Trustee David Lovelace. Trustee Ginger Martinez. Trustee Cliff Turner. Once again, join me in a round of applause for their service to our district. It is now my pleasure to introduce a few students and staff who are either part or assisting with graduation. To begin with, I'd like to introduce our valedictorian, Matthew Tynert. Our salutatorian, Miriam Ramirez. Our superintendent, Dr. Tony Hicks. Assistant Superintendent, Laura Buckley. Our Director of Secondary Education, Ms. Kelly Blair. Jarrell Middle School Interim Principal Jennifer Whitehead. Double Creek Elementary Principal Craig Wilson. Jarrell Elementary Principal Miss Laura Hutchinson. Our Chief Financial Officer, Robert Navarro. Our Human Resource Director, Mr. Bob Mabry. Our Communications Director, Nick Spinetto. Our Director of Special Education, Miss Andrea David. And our Director of Special Programs, Miss Maria Cuero. Assistant Principal, Maggie Araujo. Assistant Principal, Darren Childs. Associate Principal, Chelsea Ellison. Hey. Counselor, Corinne Hart. Counselor, Amanda Lester. Counselor, Christian Ashleman. Our Career and Technical Education Coordinator, Mr. Paul Boff. Our College Career and Military Readiness Specialist, Ms. Gina Tabor. And seniors, one of the most important people tonight is going to be our ceremony name reader, Ms. Tara Granberry. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Tony Hicks, Superintendent of Jarrell Independent School District.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and class of 2023. Congratulations, graduates. We are so proud of you. On behalf of all of us in Jarrell ISD, we want to take a moment to recognize you and celebrate your accomplishments. As we begin to acknowledge your accomplishments tonight, I would like to take a moment to recognize just a few of the amazing groups that makes Jarrell ISD special. Would every senior who has been a member of the Jarrell High School Student Council, National Honor Society, Key Club, and Jarrell High School Blue Crew, or other Jarrell High School club please rise? Thank you, students. These students have gone above and beyond to promote and sustain the student culture and the art of giving back here at Jarrell High School. Thank you for capturing and celebrating the Cougar spirit. And now, would every senior who is receiving an academic, extracurricular, athletic, vocational, or community-based scholarship please rise? In total, our seniors have received well over $2 million in scholarships. These outstanding students reflect the academic and civic excellence your graduating class has brought to the community, and we are so very proud. Would every student who has earned a certification through one of our career and technical programs please rise? These earn special cords for passing industry-based certification exams that grant them immediate opportunities in a variety of lucrative and much sought-after careers. Thank you, students. These are amazing accomplishments, and we are so proud of you. Graduate, I know that you share today's honors with your teachers, your parents, and guests. They are the support and encouragement that helped you get to this point and will be beside you while you continue life's journeys. Parents, guests, and staff, thank you for all you have done for these seniors and your continuous support. Tomorrow brings a new day and holds the promise of success. You have worked hard, mastering content, overcoming challenges, and navigating roadblocks. And yes, I'm including the speed bumps that are in the parking lot. We know you were navigating those. The promise of success is built on a foundation of confidence, grit, and determination. Go forward armed with the lessons learned and the relationships built. On behalf of the entire Jarrell ISD, may success be your constant companion on your journey. Congratulations, seniors. We are so very proud of you, and go Cougars. It is now my honor to introduce the president of our Board of Trustees, Mrs. Crystal Phelan.
Good evening. On behalf of the Jarrell Independent School District Board of Trustees, our central administration, high school administrators, faculty, and staff, welcome to this year's commencement ceremony. We are pleased to hear you and join you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. This is a very special time in the lives of these young men and women as they look back at their many accomplishments and the good times they have had along the way. Today, they will close one important chapter in their life to get ready to begin another, whether it be straight to the workforce, college, technical training, or military service. This has been a challenging year for our district, and we would like to applaud the senior class for their commitment and leadership. Thank you as we gather today to honor Jarrell High School's senior class of 2023 and share this special moment with them.
Once again, I'd like to welcome everyone as we celebrate the accomplishments of the senior class of 2023. At this time, I'd like to introduce our salutatorian of the senior class of 2023, Miss Miriam Ramirez. Miriam is the daughter of Fernando and Maria Magdalena Ramirez. With the goal of getting a degree in biology at Baylor University, she plans to earn her medical degree eventually. Please welcome Miriam. Now, when you finish here,
Good evening. Before I begin my speech, parents, family, administrators, and staff, can we give another round of applause for my fellow graduates? Standing here today, represents 4 years of rigorous academia and endless emotional hardships. So let me be the first to say that I am proud of each and every one of you. As much as I would love to discuss my years in high school, I'll leave that up to your valedictorian. I want to shift my focus to something important to who I am. Like many of you, I am a first generation college student. Growing up, I was taught to value my education because it was an opportunity my family and parents never had. It was a way out. And because of this fact, it was my lifelong dream to go to college and make something of myself. Although, when it finally became time for me to actually apply to college, I suddenly realized how little I knew about the process. Everything I lacked was put on display, and I found myself having to be vulnerable in ways I didn't expect. And at times, it was discouraging and overwhelming. I've had to be quite resilient as a first generation student. Boy, you can feel it. The pressure to succeed, the pressure to obtain a degree, and the pressure to obtain substantial employment. Failing is not in my job description. I've spent my whole life working to be the best I can be, not only for myself, but for my family who wanted to see me succeed. Despite all the obstacles and challenges that occur with being first gen, I am forever grateful for the opportunity to advance my education. And I owe it all to my parents. Over 40 years ago, my parents and their families separately came to America with no knowledge of the language or culture, yet they arrived with a dream of a better life. From working the lowest income bracket jobs in agriculture and manual labor to taking care of their younger siblings, they are easiest, the strongest individuals I know. My parents serve as a reminder to me that God does exist. It is because of their sacrifices that I can stand here today. They're the kind of parents who dressed me like a toddler princess while they filtered through the clearance section. They're the kind of parents who would take me to see all the beautiful parts of this country, even if it meant working multiple overtime shifts. They're the kind of parents who always made sure that my stomach was full, even if it meant sleeping off their own hunger. They're the kind of parents who would fight for their rights to be Americans for the slight chance of a better life for me and my brother. And finally, my dad in particular is the type of parent to apologize to me for not being able to pay for my education. Yeah, you heard me right. He apologized to me. Well, Dad, for the next 4 years, you don't have to worry about me or the money at all. If I could be half the person that they both are, I would be so lucky. So, Mom and Dad, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Si se puede. I'm trying not to look at them so I don't cry. Okay, okay, enough of that. When trying to write this speech, I often found myself looking back on my younger middle school self. The backlash I faced when writing and saying that speech was interesting, to say the least. I never understood why people took it so seriously, and I still don't have my answer today. But at the very least, I have grown. When I look back on that period in my life, I often cringe at the sight, and it helps me realize the growth that I and the growth that we have gone through. I look into the sea of people before me, and I see limitless potential and exceeding growth and individuality. I know each and every one of you will go on to do incredible things in this life, and I'm excited to see where it all takes you. This is the very last time we will all be together. So I want to leave you all with this, my little secret to success, or my know it all formula. There's a difference between those who aim for the top and those who will settle. And that difference matters. The reason why I can stand here today is that I constantly strove to be better. And of course, it helped that I had competition because it made me even more determined. I worked myself to the ground because I'm someone who will never be okay with mediocrity. And that's why I look like this. So, if there's one thing I want you to take away, always strive for greatness and shoot for the moon. And hey, even if you don't reach the moon, you'll land on a star instead. And that's not so bad. So, thank you.
Thank you, Miriam. In recognition of your accomplishment, being the salutatorian of Jarrell High School, we're presenting you with this award. Again, thank you, Miriam. It is now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the senior class of 2023, Mr. Matthew Tynert. Matthew is the son of Stanley and Marlene Tynert. Matthew will attend the University of Texas in Austin McCombs Business School with plans to major in business administration. Please welcome Matthew. Okay, when you finish, I got to start.
Thank you, Mr. Maddox. I'm extremely honored to be speaking in front of you all tonight as the valedictorian of the senior class of 2023 at Jarrell High School. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for allowing me to be in this position, as I would be unable to accomplish anything or find true purpose without the love, power, and direction that my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ gives to my life. For my biggest supporters, my mom and dad, thank you for everything. From the late nights spent helping me finish homework to support at every single sports game and academic event, you have both shown me so much love and support as I have grown into the person I am today. I'm extremely proud to be known as your son, and I'm endlessly appreciative for everything that you have done for me. From my mom, you have sacrificed so much to enable me to be in the place that I am today, and I'm truly confident to say that I have the best mother in the entire world. I would also like to thank my extended family, as well as my girlfriend Lainey and her family, for treating me as their own and supporting me in my life and career. I would like to begin by congratulating my fellow 2023 graduates. We made it. Now, I know it may sound super cliche, but each and every one of us has put in the time and effort to make it to where we are today. And yes, this does include the students who consistently skip class. A wise person once said, work smarter, not harder. In addition to our hard work and sometimes questionable commitment, there are many other people in our lives that have helped contribute to our ongoing success story. These people, working individually in our lives, combine together to form our own support system for this hectic and wild journey that we call life. With this being said, it becomes evident that it is crucial that we take the time to thank the ones who have helped guide us through the entirety of our high school career. On behalf of myself and my classmates, I would like to sincerely thank all the families, teachers, coaches, administrators, staff members, and other various positive influences that have been with us through thick and thin. You all define the very idea of selflessness and deserve a world of praise. In my personal high school experience at JHS, I've had the privilege of being taught, coached, and mentored by many great individuals. From teachers that I've had in my life all 4 years of high school, to the admins and teachers that supported me during my senior year, I'm forever grateful for all that you have done for me. To start, I would like to thank Coach Jarrett and Coach Murphy. You have made it through all 4 years with us. As Coach Sumner might say, well, golly gee, isn't this just great? On a more serious note, these two were very important teachers in the beginning of my high school career and have continued to have an influence on my life today. I would also like to thank Coach Andy and Coach Hayes, as they have both continuously taught me what it means to be a devoted Christian young man. I am deeply appreciative of you both for being such great role models in my life. Additionally, I would like to thank Mr. Pryor for helping me make huge advancements in my education. Somewhat controversially, math has always been my favorite subject in school, even though, as many of you know, it can be excruciatingly complicated. However, Mr. Pryor knows math, which made things a lot simpler and allowed me to come to a better understanding. Next, I would like to collectively thank Mr. Maddox, Miss Ellison, and Coach Murr for what they have done for me in the short time that I've gotten to know them. Coming into my senior year of high school, I was a bit nervous of what was to come. Life happens fast, and I had tons of questions and concerns on how I was going to be able to make it, dealing with schoolwork, and transitioning over to college. These three individuals, along with many other significant people, helped to make it possible. I would like to thank Miss Garcia, Coach Garcia, and Miss Grimm for helping me develop and grow in many aspects of my life during this time. I'd like to thank Miss Lester for being there for me when it came to dealing with everything involving my future college career. I cannot emphasize this enough. Miss Lester might be the closest thing to a Google search bar because she always has an answer to all of my questions, no matter how far-fetched they are. It is practically unbelievable how helpful she was for me this year. And last, but definitely not least, I would like to thank my Accounting 2 teacher, UIL advisor, and NHS advisor, Miss Magruder. There are many different things I could say right now, but I want to start by apologizing for all the grief that our fifth period accounting class put you through. It is an understatement to say that we are a handful this year, but somehow, some way, you still allowed us to be in your class each day. Miss Magruder is one of the most kind-hearted, caring people that I've ever met. She has a strong ability to put a smile on students' faces, especially when they need the encouragement the most. She is someone that genuinely cares about her students and seeks the best for them. For me, Miss Magruder's made a huge impact on my life involving both academics and personal development. Once again, I hope I didn't give you too much trouble this year, and I'm extremely thankful to have you in my life. I know I said I was finished thanking people, but there is one more person that I felt deserved a nod for their influence in my life. Luke Payne, the already graduated valedictorian of the class of 2022 at Jarrell, was someone that I looked to advice very often. In discussing graduation, specifically the speech, I realized that it would be important to myself and my peers to reflect on some of the highlights of our senior year at JHS. I also realized that it is possible for a Longhorn and an Aggie to coexist. We began this year with our senior sunset event, taking place on the first day of school and giving us the opportunity to hang out with friends and celebrate our last year together. During our senior year, we had many successful programs, clubs, and individuals that represented the pride of Jarrell High School with their accomplishments. In our sports programs, we had 5 teams make the playoffs, including the football, girls and boys basketball, baseball, and softball teams. We also had many other successful extracurricular programs that made advancements past district competition, including track, cross country, band, cheer, theater, color guard, FCCLA, FFA, and UIL academics. We also had a successful year in non-competitive programs, such as NHS, Blue Crew, Key Club, and Spanish Club. Additionally, throughout the year, we had many exceptionally successful and memorable events with homecoming, prom, and various senior night celebrations, all of which we did not get our sophomore year. Thank you, COVID. Furthermore, this year was categorized by success and memories, but many of these key moments were made while living out our final week as high school students. In a time where sleep was completely unheard of and the Starbucks in Jarrell could not be coming any sooner, we got to experience a full week of joy and camaraderie. We started Monday with our senior walk at the high school, middle school, and 2 elementary schools, which is where everything was really starting to set in. We would be graduating in 4 short days. In rebellion for the school kicking us out so soon, we decided to partake in a senior prank that night, which was a pretty great time. Sorry about the balloons in your office, Mr. Maddox. The next day, with little sanity left, we made our way over to Kalahari Indoor Water Park in Round Rock, which was an absolute blast. I think I still have some water left in my ears. Might need to get that checked out soon. On our last day of school, we showed up to our senior sunrise event, as we got to spend our last morning together as seniors at Jarrell High School. And then finally, the day had come. The moment that we had all been waiting for, the feeling that we are experiencing as I speak, graduation. Looking back at all the best times as seniors, it is certainly bittersweet to be finishing this chapter in our life, as we are leaving behind a strong-rooted community that we have built up since our first day here. As we move into the real world and leave our little bubble at JHS, we become the authors of our life. As we, okay, sorry, little typing error. As we move into the real world and leave our little bubble at JHS, we become the ultimate authors of our own destiny. Behind you are the challenges you've met. Before you lies new possibilities. Today you choose the direction of your life. Jarrell High School Class of 2023. What I leave with you tonight is to go out and live a full life. Always strive to be the best version of yourself. Take on challenges and don't be afraid, and work hard and it will pay off. Additionally, never forget to have integrity and ethics in your life. Be loyal in everything you do. Remain a good and honorable person, and love yourself and others. Tonight, we celebrate our success and look forward to a bright future ahead. Thank you all.
Well done, man. Well done. Hold on, one. Thank you, Matthew. In recognition for your accomplishment of being the valedictorian at Jarrell High School, we're presenting you with this award again. Thank you, Matthew. We have a few special recognitions. To begin with, we'd like to recognize former Jarrell High School graduates. If you are a former graduate of Jarrell High School, would you please stand at this time? Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to take a moment to recognize a very special group of graduates. If you are a student who will be entering any branch of the military after graduation, please stand to be recognized at this time. Students, please stay standing. If members in our audience have served in our country, please join these students to be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to take a moment to recognize a very special group that has helped with the preparation of these graduates. If you are a teacher who has taught, worked with, or helped prepare these graduates for this moment during their elementary, middle school, high school years, please stand to be recognized at this time. Thank you. You may be seated. Dr. Hicks, will you please join me together as we certify our seniors for graduation? Will the candidates for graduation please stand? I got a little nervous there. Jarrell High School requires its students Jarrell High School requires its students meet established criteria for preparation and participation in this ceremony. All students participating in this ceremony have satisfactorily completed these requirements.
These students have met all graduation requirements established by the Texas Legislature, the Texas Education Agency, the State Board of Education, and the Jarrell Independent School District Board of Trustees. They are now entitled to receive a diploma to signify that accomplishment.
Students, you may be seated. At this time, we're going to prepare for the first group of graduates to come receive their diploma. Our name reader will be Ms. Tara Granberry. You want me to move this out of the way?
Matthew Wayne Tynert. Miriam Marissa Ramirez. Zitlali Adriana Batista Hernandez. Riley Rose Brown. Audrey Grace Glenn. Brenda Nayeli Guerrero Nunez. Catherine Diane Hairgrove. Edward Sterling Miles. Angelina Roxanne Morales. Reese Jordan Sandoval. Mackenzie Lee Watson. Michaela Abigail Adams. Tucker Allen Adkins. Anaí Alonso. Anthony Emiliano Alvarado. Mark Lewis Arnold. Sebastian Ariel Arredondo. Jazeri Bridget Arroyo Rios. Emily Grace Arzaga. Richard Bernard Backey IV. America Tovar Baina. Dakari Glenn Barnes. Lord Anthony Bassnight. Emmanuel Javier Ballou. Destiny Marie Morales. Christian Jose Beltran Fuentes. Jennifer Marie Benavides. Cadence Nicole Biddy. Cristiana Lizette Bolanos Escamilla. Braden Robert Bolliard. Cruz Diego Campos Palma. Kevin Canchola. Francisco Rene Carlos. Jacob Anthony Caruth. Brianna Nicole Case. Alec Mackay Castro. Jose Luis Castro. Mazzy Star Chambers. Ty James Chase. Samantha Chavez Tinajera. Gracie Lynn Clear. Kyle Cole Clifford. Atlee Katharina Cooper. James Ryan Lee Copeland. Michael Anthony Cosimino. Anne Irene Judith Cotter. Matthew Allen Kraft. Ixela Amaro Cruz. Denise Alexa Cruz Sanchez. Javon Curiel Jr. Fatu Azali Damfa. Jenna Grace Doniak. Malik Omari Davis. Michaela Renee Davis. Gerardo Dominguez. Sora Marie Donoso. Cody Aaron Dotson. Trinity Diane Duke. Joshua Caden Dunkel. Stephanie Duran Garcia. Kyla Renee Irvin. Juan Carlos Bolanos Escamilla. Ethan Alejandro Escobar. Jesus Espinoza. Miguel Ángel Esteves Sánchez. Jasmine Angelica Farias. Daniel Dwayne Farr. Jaden Alexander Fernandez. Michaela Pearl Filla. Kamari Jonte Fisher. Matthew Moses Ford. Rebecca Ann Fulmer. Isaiah Emmanuel Fundenberg. Wyatt Futrell Ullery. Woolley.
Take a breath.
Isaiah James.
Take a breath.
Ali J. Jimenez. Denise Marie Johns. Tyler Johnson. Kaden Lee Johnson. Yakeem Daishan Johnson. Annie Renee Jones. Cesar Juarez Tovar. Ocean Emerald Jr. Kelly Marie Kazook. Micah Jeremiah Curtin. Andrew Austin Knable. Anna Michelle Krupp. Joshua Carl Lind. Isabel Claire Lockhart. Bradley Wayne Longoria. James Bradley Mabe. Haley Nicole Mackey. Nadia Faith Marquez. Miranda Marie Martinez. Ashley Daniela Martinez Juarez. Ethan Cash Martone. Oleana Geneva McNulty. Mthinkit Batty Mendy. Candace K. Miller. Joshua Andrew Miranda. Lucio Joel Montes Jr. Maribel Love Monty Koikam. Dania Morales. Rogelio Moran Mejia. Vanessa Gachuzo. Jasmine Alexandra Navarro. Avery Lee Ray Neich. Jaheem Rayshad Niblet. Patrick Stephen O'Donovan Jr. Leilaniz Ocasio Falcon. Bella Marie Oliver. Gerardo Andres Ortegoza Talavera. Yasmindi Ortiz Morales. Jose Armando Perez Roberts. Paige Lauren Phelan. Jelani DeAndre Price. Haley Nicole Pensick. Alea Isabella Quinones Obregon. Abdul Hamid Edowale Rabiu. Rufino Nieto Ramirez Jr. Luis Angel Ramirez. Juan Carlos Ramirez Gallegos. Marilena Ramirez Cruz. Sarah Jasmine Rollinson. Stephen Lee Ray. Jacob Daniel Ritchie. Glenda Rodriguez Shelton. And Tavis Deshawn Rogers. Latavius Brayshawn Rogers. Kiara Lynn Roland Rosario. Paola Romero. Nathaniel Anthony Salazar. Chris Salazar Jr. Taylor Jordan Sansom. David Alejandro Santiago Vasquez. Asher Grayson Schneider. Jeremy Thomas Swedner. Zipporah Renee Scott. Nathan James Setzer. Malachi Elijah Sims. Caven Paul Smith. Wilman Soto Maldonado. Sierra Chardonnay Stanfield. Luisa Alejandra Suarez Rodriguez. Jatron Molnorn Tatum. Madeline Rain Taylor. Brianna Nicole Taylor. Caitlin Ellen Rose Taylor. Candice Catherine Torres. Elisara Ufivelasili Jr. Sheila Guadalupe Valdez Lopez. Natalie Isabel Valle. Alexia Victoria Vargas. Jenna Marie Venagoni. Gabriela Montserrat Villarreal Garza. Jacob Chalusin Voigt. Kendra Deshawn Williams. Jacob Andrew Williams. Mariana Jane Weiss. Ariana Rain Weiss. Sierra Diana Ibarra. Kevin Riddell Zapata Diaz. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Ms. Granberry. Will the class of 2023 please stand? You may now move your tassels from the right side to the left side, which signifies you've received your diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and honor to present to you the Jarrell High School class of 2023. Our band will now play the school song. The words to the school song are listed in the program. At this time, would you please stand for the school song? At this time, will the graduates be seated? In a moment, the Jarrell High School Band will perform the recessional. When all the graduates have exited to the south end of the field, the gates will be open to allow families, friends to take pictures and celebrate the graduation with the class of 2023.